Howdy, folks. Still having problems with Rumble connecting to X. And I have Googled and Googled and Googled and cannot figure out why I can't get Rumble to connect to Twitter, X, whatever. Just little things like that that just piss me off to no end, you know? Anyway, I don't know. I'm bringing today a Rocky Patel 1990 with Keeper's Heart 10-year single malt Irish whiskey finished in Malaga wine casks. Not really sure what a Malaga wine cask is, but we'll go with it. I'm not going to do a whole hour-long thing. I'm going to keep it to about 30 minutes. You're going to get some of the real highlights in the first, just to wet your whistle and encourage you to try these two. I've been smoking the 1990 for years, and I've already opened up the Keeper's Heart 10-year. In fact, I may have done something within the last couple of weeks and just don't remember it on it. But if I did, here's you another little look at it. A little off. I say this a lot, kind of off the game today. Not completely as prepared as I'd like to be, or whatever. I think that is more just me than anything else. Always keep a Dr. Pepper Zero Sugar close by, and I didn't even get anything turned on the television out here on the No Shoes Bar and Grill patio. It's a little cool today. It was up in the 50s yesterday. Today it's probably in the 40s, overcast, been kind of drizzly, you know. I don't have a super amount of time, but did want to get out here, take advantage of another little bit of time to get together with you all. I think you're going to enjoy this pairing. Actually, this cigar, it is a part of technically a 10-pack, but I ordered it. It's literally been in my humidor for years. I don't even remember how many years it's been there, at least 3 or 4. So I finally they were fresh packs, 5-count fresh packs. And so yeah, they'd been in there so long, when I went to tear the top off of it to open up the Ziploc, the outer color stuff, that all just came off the Ziploc part. And so I had to get scissors and cut so then I could pull open the Ziplocs. That's how long they'd been in there. Been in there a while. But anyway, they are well matured. And I was very encouraged and surprised when I took them out, and they are perfect. Even being in the humidor for many years, they're still wonderful. So we're going to go ahead and get started. I'm going to go with the Keeper's Heart here first. I never like to smoke to in any way encourage the smells and tastes and everything of the spirit. Keeper's Heart is it's an Irish blend whiskey, Irish American. This expression is strictly Irish. So it's distilled in Ireland, and then aged in Ireland, and then shipped to Keeper's Heart in Minnesota. That's the O'Shaughnessy distilling company up there. And this is, it's aged in the Malaga wine cask, 10 years. It's 86 proof. And this is actually the first age statement whiskey Keeper's Heart has put out. Excuse me, I think I just did that right into the microphone instead of the other way. It's aged for basically 10 years in ex-bourbon barrels. Then it's finished aged in wine casks, the Malaga wine cask, which adds kind of some notes of stone fruit like plums and apricots and stuff like that. A little marzipan, and that all kind of goes together with the malty part of the single malt. Now on the nose, you do get, and it's not a Glencairn glass. I was just going to sit out here and enjoy this and talk to you about it. So it's not scientific, but you get sweet pears, you get like some tangerines, a grapefruit, kind of that citrusy waft in there. There are some light notes of malt on it. And there are some hints of floral and maybe some plum, like I said, the stone fruit from the Malaga wine casks. It does have a small amount of alcohol vapor in it, just a little bit of that alcohol burn. It's a small amount. That lets you know that it's more than 80 proof. Now on the palate, just as good as it was the last time. It's sweet. It's got kind of a maybe a simple syrupy kind of sweetness to it, but it's not like overpowering. You do pick up some of the red wine notes. You do get some of the kind of stone fruit in it, just maybe a little bit of plum. There's also some citriness in it. There's notes of citrus about that. And then just a touch of black pepper. But really, kind of what rules the roost is the maltiness. It is quite good. And 10-year age statement for like, I don't know, it's like $75 or $80 per bottle. It's not too bad. On the finish, you get some pears and just a little bit of kind of like the barrel char from the bourbon barrels. You do still kind of get some of those red wine kind of notes. There is just a touch of smoke in it, not much at all, just way back in the background. There is some black pepper. Yeah, and it's an excellent spirit. It looks really good in my King Masters hand ground crystal glass. I love that. And the finish it's a medium to medium long. It's not a really short finish. It's not a super long finish. But it's probably just a little ahead, a little to the right of medium. So now, Rocky Patel. Love Rocky Patel. The Rocky Patel 60 is my favorite cigar of all time. I love that cigar. It has some really great notes of chocolate covered cherries, stuff like that in it. Great smoke production, always. This is a cigar that the leaves are from the Dominican Republic and Nicaragua. This is a Toro 6.1 by 52 on the ring gauge. It is a handmade, and these will probably run you somewhere around $10 a stick if you're at your, depending on the size, if you're at your local cigar shop, and you can pick them up. Generally, you can get them at some of the online traders, Thompson's, the Cigar International, like that. I know Thompson's does the 5-pack feeder stuff, and you can get a 5-pack for like $25 if you buy several different 5-packs. I think it's 4 or 5-packs. You have to pick different ones, but generally the 1990s are in there. I think though for those it's usually the Churchill, which is a little longer than I prefer. It's 7 by 50, but still you can get them fairly inexpensively. So now the draw on this was perfect. I mean, not too easy, not too tough. I get some notes of chocolate and maybe some cinnamon, a little bit of earthiness. I think there's some, like campfire and s'mores, with a little bit of toasted marshmallow. And I think there may even be a little graham cracker back in there. But to be a more earthy cigar, it is exactly what it should be. Gotta love the smoke production on the stick. It is wonderful. I can never say enough about Rocky Patel. He, after having been an attorney out in Los Angeles, he decided he wanted to get into the cigar industry, and I think it was a good move for him. Very good move. The wrapper is it's very well constructed. As I said, these have been sitting in my humidor for years, and they're still nice and spongy. Just enough give and resistance on them. No dry spots. It's kind of an oily wrapper. The seams are tight but visible. Minimal veining. Really only can see 3 veins throughout the stick that are somewhat pronounced, but that's it. You really can't see any of the, even any smaller veins. This is an excellent construction and excellent leaves. Now let's see, how does it go with the keeper's hall? A bit at the back. Those do go pretty well together. You get the kind of the stone fruits mixing with the kind of the s'mores kind of thing going on. It's a very interesting combination. I need to turn off of that. That's the news. It just irritates the shit out of me and pisses me off. That's all I can say. Where's some sports at? UAB in Memphis. Who watch that? Much more entertaining. Now, Rocky Patel, as a brand, you can pretty much get anything you want at Rocky Patel. He is a blending guy. I know my last episode, which was just 24 hours ago, was Placencia. Placencia is exactly the opposite. Placencia has like a half a dozen different blends. That's all they do. That's it. They do what they do, and they do it very well. Rocky Patel likes experimentation. He also likes to mark milestones. The 60 was the milestone of his 60th birthday. So generally when you see him come out with blends that, especially if they have a number attached to them, there's some sort of anniversarial milestone he's trying to commemorate. And the 60 did a great job. And you can find everything from very mild cigars, very strong cigars, all different kinds of leaf blends. They really know what they're doing. And I've been really trying to highlight this last probably a year when I discovered Keeper's Heart. Been trying to push them as much as I can because they do really great work. And it is something that is unique. This is all Irish whiskey, but their bread and butter is their Irish American whiskey and Irish bourbon whiskey, where they're blending Irish whiskey with American or bourbon or whatever, and they do it very well. And it's a niche. Nobody else does that. Nobody that I know of. So look them up. Like here in Texas, I don't think you can, or at least in the DFW area, I haven't seen it for sale on the shelf, but Texas is one of the 25 or 30 states that they can ship to. So you order it, they ship it to you. Comes right to your door in a cardboard box inside the bottle is inside a little air cushion sleeve. Not going to get broken. Nothing like that, not unless they drop something on the box and squash it. And some really good prices. Their basic Irish American is like 30 or 40 bucks for a fifth. And I do like the distinctive bottles. It kind of reminds you of the old apothecary or pharmacy bottles. I like that. It's really cool. My fingers are a little chilly, but other than that, this is a great day to be out on the No Shoe Bar and Grill patio, enjoying a cigar and some whiskey, watching some basketball. So, great day. I have pretty much had all of the winter that I want. We had like 3 or 4 inches of snow a couple of weeks ago, and I'm like, all right, that's it, I'm done. It's great, look beautiful, look great while it was falling. Now I'm ready for it to heat up and get back into the No Shoes Bar and Grill patio side pool. Fire the grill back up, have some steaks, some baked potato or baked sweet potato with a little cinnamon sugar. Man, come on, summer. Oh, and I will say, I see, I'm always trying to be completely open and transparent here. There is a large hook in the wrapper burn. You may have noticed me touch up a couple of times, but I'm still getting this like large hump in the same particular spot. Could be a little bit of a flaw in the roll. They're hand rolled, so you're going to get imperfections. That's just, those people are good, but they are human. And if you've never watched a video like on YouTube of people hand rolling cigars, it is a sight to behold. They can move faster and do so many different things and make these things come out basically exactly the same every time. It's amazing. Yeah, now I touched that up again. You can still see it's still there. And you can also see what appears to be a little channel running lengthways right about where that is. So yeah, there's something in the roll. It actually could be this vein. Yeah, weird, but tastes great. I love it. If you listened to my episode yesterday, I've been somewhat absent from the Cigar and Spirit airwaves for the last couple of months. I was trying a foray into a podcast on politics. And while I find it very interesting, I've always been pretty heavily political. Spent 20 years in the military. I have a law degree. The Constitution is, I'm a strict textualist. The way it's written, don't try to interpret it. It says what it says. It doesn't say what it doesn't say. Thank you, Justice Scalia. But I did find that it will drive you towards a heart attack quick. It is just, especially when you start seeing at how many crazy people there are across the country, both sides of the aisle, in the middle of the aisle, outside the aisles, outside the buildings. People are effing crazy when it comes to politics. Used to, it was just, that was always the left side of the aisle. They had they always called them the left-wing wackos or whatever. But now you're seeing the other side of the aisle. All of their crazy folks are coming out of the woodwork. Common sense and pragmaticism has not taken hold in the U.S. You see those things on Facebook or whatever. They're like, I'll really be happy when morality and common sense make a comeback. It ain't gonna happen anytime soon. That's for damn sure. And I'm a libertarian, registered member of the Libertarian Party. So I bash Democrats and conservatives, Republicans, whatever, equally when they deserve it. But yeah, I expected with the new administration, I expected a lot more common sense and pragmatism, and so far I'm not seeing it. Probably 90 to 95% of the stuff I've been like, okay, I can agree with that, but there's some things it's just like. And then people, I said this yesterday, people take whatever their Messiah, and I'm not talking religiously, I'm talking in the political sense, whatever their Messiah says as gospel truth, and it's not. I, on multiple occasions over the last several weeks, have proven that explicitly. This was wrong. The facts are wrong. That means the conclusions are wrong, and they don't care. Even when you show it to them, here it is. They don't care. Then they just always default to the, well, that's just going to have to be the way it is. Really? Really? Can't we be like normal folks? That seems like makes sense to me. I don't know. Tell me what you think. Leave me some comments. Not that I'm going to try and get. I'm pretty much done with the whole political thing. It is better. They always talk about. Sometimes it's better to just be oblivious than to have the information. Yeah, sometimes it's better just to be oblivious. We're going through this cigar. Actually, I will say now, you hear those people talk about a razor sharp burn line, and I have said I don't really have those. There's always some kind of natural wave to it. Same thing here. It has straightened out. Whatever the problem was is now corrected, and it is close to razor straight as you can get. And it is still perfectly consistent. It's got that nice stack of ash. I'll tap it a little bit and see that it's not. Won't tap it too hard. Yesterday, just about the time I was talking about how great the ash was on that cigar, it dropped on the table. So I'm not going to talk about that anymore. I will say this, all right? Take the cigar out of the way. Yeah, it's kind of chilly out here. And there the ash went. Fortunately, it went right off the table once I put it over here off, so it didn't drop in my lap. All right, but no smoke involved. Yeah, it's not that chilly. It's also kind of muggy. So there's a lot of moisture in the air. I do have some, I think I've got some episodes built up that I haven't released yet. So I'm going to be, I'll be releasing those over the next few weeks. I think I've got like a half a dozen stored up. And I'll be posting those out. So be watching for those. This, if you're watching, here on live stream on YouTube and Rumble, sorry, X. Elon hadn't got that fixed yet. Every time I go to the live stream and I've got YouTube and Rumble selected, YouTube and X selected, it gets me to just where I'm about to say howdy. And then it says they can't connect to Twitter. Do you want to end or do you want to keep going without Twitter? I have not been able to fix the Twitter thing. X, whatever. Haven't been able to fix it. Haven't been able to get it to connect up. I tell the people over on X, I'm like, hey, if you want to see the live streams, you're going to have to see them over on Rumble or YouTube. I don't know. But anyway, you can catch them on YouTube. You can catch them on Rumble, the videos. And then you can also catch the audio, which will be loaded on Spotify later for your listening enjoyment. My wife's teacher, and they had having a going away / birthday party for a teacher she's moving out of state. And so we went out last night and went to Pete's Dueling Piano Bar up here on the north side of DFW, and saw Emmett Smith. Yeah, I actually said at the table that he was leaving, and wait, thank you, we'll take that, Emmett. All right, yeah, kind of cool, I'm not a Cowboys fan or anything, but meet somebody that pretty much everybody knows, whether they're a Cowboy fan or not. If they watch football, NFL, they've at least heard of it, unless they're 15. But I'm a big A&M, Texas A&M fan. Giggle. And his son is a running back for A&M. Unfortunately, his son is good. He's not yet Emmitt Smith. We're hoping. We're hoping he unleashes it. But I think this is his first. I think he was freshman. I think his first year. Could be a second, but I think it's first. And once our Le'Veon Bell, once our main running back went down, they kind of running back by committee, and he got to play some. Really hasn't changed a lot. I'm about to wrap this up. We're almost at the halfway mark, and it's still very consistent. We've got the chocolate and cinnamon and kind of the s'mores thing going on. So there hasn't been a lot of change from that. And consistency is good. Surprises are good. And you're like, oh, I got halfway through it, and all of a sudden this popped out. But it's a mark of quality if they manage to keep it consistent all throughout the cigar, And Rocky is I don't think I've ever had a Rocky cigar that had bad construction. And I don't think I've ever had one that I didn't like. So there's lots of his I have not had because he has so many different lines. But, I've probably smoked somewhere between 6 and 10 of his lines of cigars. And I haven't had one that I haven't liked yet. So I will say, I do think it, I said it was kind of a medium to medium strong. And I think now that we're getting, farther into the cigar, it's really settled back into, it's a very medium strength cigar. It's a very enjoyable cigar. They're fairly economical at the cigar shop. So if you're in your local smoke shop or cigar lounge, pick one up. And it's definitely a great cigar to keep in your humidor, buy a 10-pack or even, buy a box, and you got them there all the time. And you can find, I remember buying these. I don't remember what I paid for them, but I remember they were having a special. And you got like 4, 5 fresh packs. It's got the Ziploc seal. Everything by it. I think it was Bovita. There's a Bovita logo on it there. And it was like, I don't know, it's like somewhere between like $60 and $80 for 10, or no, 20. I got 10 left. Now I have 9 left. So, well, I'm at the 30-minute mark, so I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. Hit like, subscribe, share, notify, tell all your friends and neighbors and everybody, to follow me. Make sure you follow me on all the different social medias. I'm on Facebook, I'm on X, I'm on Instagram, YouTube, Rumble, all that stuff. But until we get to be together again, keep your sticks dry, stones cold. Have a great day.